Taras Kuzio has a point to make that, you know, we may be losing the propaganda war to Russia, but I wouldn't blame the Ukrainian diaspora here in Canada for that. I would blame the Ukrainian government. Like, why isn't the Ukrainian embassy in Ottawa not making big waves about this kind of distorted, biased, hateful propaganda? Why isn't it taking the newspapers to task? Like on the day after these stories were published in the various media, the Ukrainian ambassador in Ottawa should have raised the royal ruckus, saying, this is hate mongering, this is racism, this is very unbalanced reporting. I didn't hear a peep. The Ukrainian government hasn't issued a peep. The embassy here hasn't issued a peep. None of the official representatives of the Ukrainian government has issued a peep. So the media tends to think, well, that must mean we're right. Yeah, there's some troublemaker Ukrainian nationalists here in Canada that are making us think about it, but if the Ukrainian embassy in Ottawa isn't making us think about it, then it must be true. So the blame, I don't think, should go at the diaspora. We have limited means, we do not have vast staffs of people and journalists and experts, that can combat it on a day-to-day basis, on an hour-to-hour kind of time frame. We don't. We have a bunch of amateurs, we have a bunch of activists that respond as best we can, but we do not have the same clout that, say, the Ukrainian government has. So it's the Ukrainian government that should be rightfully blamed for being ineffective at addressing this propaganda war. Frankly, I don't think they are well versed in the power of the media and its ability to, influence things. Why didn't somebody react? Why didn't the ambassador or the consul here in Toronto or, the official Ukrainian representatives? I'm sure they read it. I didn't see any response. They should have been on the line to they should have been lobbying the Canadian government that, this is something that should be investigated as hate mongering, because that is a crime under the criminal code. They should have, absolutely bombarded the Globe and Mail, the Post, or whoever printed these things. Because if some individual, Ukrainian individual does it, okay. But if the Ukrainian embassy of a foreign country starts lambasting the newspaper, they have to respond, which means they have to dig in deeper, and then they would have to justify why they distorted, the reality of the situation. So, Kuzio has a point. We could maybe be more effective, but considering the resources that we have, which are very minimal, and it's all voluntary, and all of that, we're doing the best we can as a diaspora.